The fact is, the effort that is currently underway by the United States alongside our international partners seeks significant commitments from the Iranian government to curtail their nuclear program, and make clear to the international community that their nuclear program exists exclusively for peaceful means. And the international community, and certainly the president, is not prepared to take Iran's word for it. We're going to insist that the Iranians agree to intrusive inspection measures that will resolve the broader international community's concerns. And as the National Security Advisor put it, the approach of the international community is to distrust and verify that Iran is prepared to live up to the agreement. And the fact is, we have heard Republicans now for quite some time, including the principal author of this letter, make clear that their goal is to undermine these negotiations. And again, that is not a position I am ascribing to Senator Cotton. That is a position that he has strongly advocated. He described it as a feature of his strategy, not a bug. And the fact is that the president is trying to explore this diplomatic option with Iran alongside our international partners because it is in the best interest of the United States for two reasons. The first is the best way for us to resolve the international community's concerns with Iran's nuclear program is to get Iran's own commitment to not develop a nuclear weapon and to verify that for the broader international community. And the rush to war, or at least the rush to the military option that many Republicans are advocating, is not at all in the best interest of the United States.
Why should the deal be considered a treaty that Congress should be able to weigh in on?
Well, Nedra, this is a useful discussion. That what we are seeking from Iran are a whole set of commitments from them that are related to commitments to rein in the aspirations of their nuclear program, and to commit to comply with an intrusive set of inspections to verify their compliance with the agreement. What we're seeking commitments from the Iranian government. This is not that different than the kind of commitments that we seek from other countries when we establish basing agreements with them. So currently there are U.S. military personnel that are serving in places like Korea and Japan. We have commitments from the Japanese government and the Korean government, for example, about what sort of rules and regulations will govern the U.S. military presence there. But that is not an agreement that's subjected to congressional approval. Those are specific commitments that in that situation that Korea and Japan have made. There are other examples. The agreement that was put in place to eliminate Syria's chemical weapons program was the United States and Russia working with Syria to get Syria to make some specific commitments about dismantling their chemical weapons program. One other example, there are also a variety of other multilateral agreements that relate to nonproliferation. So there are some direct similarities between this agreement that the P5+1 is currently negotiating with Iran and other agreements that ensure or prevent the proliferation of weapons, and in some cases nuclear weapons. The best example of this is that there is a multilateral agreement that is related to interdicting weapons in international waters. That is a multilateral agreement that has significant consequences for American national security that doesn't require congressional approval. And this is the way that our founding fathers envisioned that the executive branch would be responsible for protecting the foreign policy interests of the United States.